Yo, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
It's working.
It definitely is. This is actually the first interview I've ever done in IG Live, so you're my first guest.
This is like the first interview I ever given, also,
Great, great.
like the
Uh,
first time.
it's definitely gonna be interesting. So I did tell friends and family members to join live. Let's see, a couple of people are coming in, and
Yeah,
since this is our first time interviewing, and this is your first time being the
interviewed.
QE.
Yeah,
But it's just gonna be short, 5 minutes. Uh,
okay.
I or maybe it could go longer. Let's see if people have questions. But
Sure, sure.
here, like in my page, I always try to promote being healthy. As far as being physically healthy, and every now and again I'll give nutrition advice. But I'm always interested in the wide spectrum of health, whether it's mental health or like you talk about being sexually healthy, but in a well, I'll let you explain, right? Because you help people overcome sex addiction in your book, and you do have funny memes. So the way I promoted it is the no fap movement. Why don't you tell everybody, first of all, what no fap is? Because I'm not sure people are familiar with that term, especially in the mainstream media. They don't really promote that. So tell everybody about the no fap movement.
NoFap movement is a self-improvement movement. It's basically a movement of people who are waking up to a reality of this world and how excessive masturbation is bad for your health, contrary to what mainstream media and mainstream medicine wants you to believe, because it all ties into the population control agenda. Because how can you reproduce and have children if you are in your room looking at the screen and beating your meat all the time? You're not going to reproduce.
Right.
So no-fap movement is people who are, I think, who are a truth seekers, because there's no way you're going to find out about no-fap and take it seriously unless for your entire life you have been knowing that like something is wrong with the world, and what they tell you on television, and you just want to find your truth. So people find a nofap, and it's like first it's nofap, then nofap becomes a gateway to semen retention, because all the benefits are from retaining your seed. And nofap is just kind of like it's like a catchphrase to get people interested, and then people are being filtered. Some people are staying on this journey, and some people are doing it for no reason. So that's basically it. NoFap movement is, I would say, movement of awakened people that are abstaining from pornography, masturbation.
Okay. So
Yeah.
no fap is basically like a kind of a nice way of saying no masturbation, right? Am I right? Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
so
Because it's a slang word. Fapping is masturbating, and no fap is not masturbating.
right. So
Yeah.
I find this interesting because I feel like that is, an issue people have, but of course people don't come out and talk about it. It's not mainstream. And the first time I even heard of like somebody having a sex addiction issue was with Tiger Woods, right? You heard about the Tiger Woods back
Yes, I know.
a long time
Uh,
ago.
Kanye West, Kanye West openly talks about his sex addiction and
Yeah,
his recovery. The rapper Kanye West as well.
yes. He talks about after becoming a Christian that he stopped watching porn. So
He
that's
admitted in many of his interviews that his drug is sex, and that's his addiction that he's been fighting.
Yeah, I think it's like three things that people struggle with that they don't talk about is chronic masturbation, being in the phone too much, screens, apps, like a phone addiction,
Yeah,
and, and food addiction. Those three things. And I feel like this what you promote, that's something that nobody wants to either admit or talk about. But if you see the pornography statistics, I mean, it is a real issue in this country or worldwide that people are chronic masturbators. And I feel like when I watch your memes, you kind of promote. One of the memes you did that was so funny was the Fight Club meme. That's one
yeah,
of my, yeah, that was so, was that you in the voiceover?
yes, I do voiceover.
That was so, because that's
I
actually what I'm,
It's all created by me. The entire script that I write for it, it's all my idea, and then I do the voiceover and editing. I do everything on
nice.
there.
So that made me laugh so much. That's what got me more interested in watching your stuff because that's one of my favorite movies. So you can
Yeah,
basically
thank
did
you.
a parody of that. And
I understand how much people are desensitized nowadays. They can only be like lured in even into the truth by entertainment.
exactly.
If I would just like sit down, people don't want to read like books. It's boring. If I just sit down and like read something important, like for example an article from Wikipedia on spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis, it completely blew my mind. It's scientifically proven that it takes 65 to 90 days for your seed to mature. And before that, it's immature seed. So many generations now women are getting pregnant by seed that's not even mature. You can look it up it's on Wikipedia. It's called spermatogenesis.
I think I seen a video of you talking about it.
It's no fap, yeah, it's no longer pseudoscience. It's no
Yeah.
longer you can believe it or you cannot believe it. It's right there. It's in the textbooks. It's in biological textbooks, scientific textbooks, and in Wikipedia article you will see over 30 books that are written by scientists that are legitimate books and scientists and medical professionals.
So we
Yeah.
have a question here because I see in the meme you promoted 30 days first, right? So you're telling the guy, you can't join Fight Club or the No Fap Club, right? You're just
Yeah, you have to
30
do the
days
30 days
of
first.
no
Yeah.
fap, right? And then you mentioned edging, no edging, right? What's
No
that?
edging. No
What is
edging.
that?
So in nofap, edging, it's a slang word. Basically, edging is people that are trying to do nofap and they're trying to cheat. They think they're gonna watch porn and touch yourself a little bit without ejaculation. That's called
Okay.
edging.
Also,
It's
like
basically it's
at the
like
end of
torturing
ejaculation.
yourself, masturbating a little bit without ejaculation. That's called edging, and I'm pretty sure it leads to ejaculation every time.
Yeah, and probably blue balls too because you're just teasing
And
yourself.
blue balls, yeah. How are you gonna? That it's ridiculous. Edging. It's a thing that people actually. Well, it became a thing because of the stupid people. They would just think, "Oh, I'm just gonna do it a little bit," and not ejaculate. So it's just like a funny thing, edging. You can't do that.
That's okay. So
Why
edging
would you
is
do
that.
that?
So
Yeah.
edging is basically teasing yourself until you're right at the edge of ejaculation and you don't ejaculate.
Yeah. And
That,
then you don't. You're supposed to like not ejaculate. That's edging.
oh, cool. I've
But
actually
I don't know anybody who can like do that. And why would you do that? It's ridiculous. So it's like a half joke. It's not edging. It's not like a real practice.
all right.
It's a joke.
So let's
But
get
like
everybody
people do
caught
it.
up. in the slang of it, right? So no fapping is basically no masturbating, and then you have
Yeah,
that,
no fap. You don't touch your stuff. You don't touch it.
and the
I mean, you can
funniest,
hold it when you pee.
yeah,
That's it.
the
But it's better
funniest,
if you don't touch it because first days, like first week, whatever, you can touch it by accident or you can scratch it, whatever, and you can get aroused, and then it will uh, trigger you into relapse. All
especially
right?
especially in the mornings, right? If you wake up and that's
Yeah.
it, right?
And in the mornings, my advice when you wake up, and your wood is hard, you have to go pee right away
Yeah,
because it's a body technique so you don't pee yourself. That's why you're hard.
I've noticed
You're
that, but
not.
you have to wait till you get salt first because then I would just spray all over the
No, you can you can go with the hard one. You can pee.
in the tub maybe, but like my thing goes
Well,
up.
you kind of point it downwards and it still works.
Yeah.
But you just figure it out. Maybe pee in a bottle. I don't know. But the point is, it's the body way of you not peeing your bed. So body arouses in your sleep, or it makes your wood hard so that you don't pee yourself.
I've always wondered
It's
about that.
it's not because you aroused. The morning wood is because so you don't pee yourself. And
Wow.
then yeah, and people think they're aroused and start beating their like morning wood, start masturbating,
I've
and
always
that's
wondered.
just horrible.
It's true what you said.
Yeah.
I've actually never heard nobody put it that way because I've always got to wake up to take a pee in the morning, like most men.
Yes.
But you wake up hard and you're wondering, you're not even really thinking of nothing. You're just hard. You're
Yeah.
not.
You're not aroused. Yeah. It's the way your body makes you not be yourself. That's it.
So, and another slang word that you kind of made famous, I don't know if it was you, is being a
Mm.
coomer. So if you're
Hmm.
not a fapper, you're a coomer, because that basically is slang for what?
A coomer, I did not come up with that.
Yeah.
A coomer is a meme. I don't know who came up with that, but it's a person that is, it's not occasional masturbator. It's not someone who does it like once or two times a week. A coomer is who, it's a person that's like a society outcast who does it every single day, multiple times a day, and watching pornography.
Uh,
Coomer does it to the pornography. Like
uh,
Coomer pulls up his phone or he's on the computer, and the word cooming is when you're viewing pornography and masturbating to it. That's what the coomer is.
right. I've actually, it's so entertaining. I had some questions written down, but I've just been freeballing it because you've been so gracious enough to bless us with
Sure.
knowledge. So we talked about the no fap. So talk to us a little bit about like the benefits of semen retention, especially like physically or maybe mentally.
Yeah.
What are the benefits? Besides,
Okay.
yeah,
So all the benefits come from retaining your seed. It's from semen retention because a lot of people. I want to stress this out because a lot of people they do no fap to get women, and it's wrong.
and then that
They
becomes
want to do
addiction. The sex becomes the addiction.
because if you're not retaining your seed, you're losing your benefits. The way I say it, you still fapping, except instead of your fist, you just fapping with the vagina.
Yeah,
I remember when I had a girlfriend, and we had sex every time, like all the time. I was not able to like pick her up. I became weak.
that's true.
When you lose your seed, doesn't matter if it's with your fist or you fapping with your vagina. That's why all these no-fap people who are saying they are on no-fap while they have a girlfriend and have sex with her,
That's
they're no longer on no-fap. They're not retaining their seed. So benefits they go away with sex.
That's true
If
because
you,
that's
yeah,
why
if you
boxers.
ejaculating, you fapping. You just fapping with the vagina,
You're right. You're right. That's why
pretty much.
boxers when they
Yes.
to fight, they have stop having sex. They stop
Mike
masturbating.
Tyson did no fap.
And
All of them.
I mean, it makes sense because if you think about
Even
it,
in the Rocky movie, if you watch the first Rocky movie, there was a scene when he was already going out with Adrian, and he was training for his fight. Adrian tried to kiss him, and he said no fooling around during training, like no fooling around. She had to wait. They couldn't do nothing because he was training.
that makes sense.
And the Rockies trainer said, women weaken less, okay? Weaken legs. Women weaken legs. So now that I, clear this out about where, because you want me to talk about the benefits, okay? So I want to make it clear that the benefits is from retaining. So you have to abstain from sex if you want benefits. And benefits are increased energy, increased mental capacity. You become smarter. When I got on semen retention, I completely rearranged my room. I had ideas coming to my mind how to place furniture in certain ways, and now it's just like everything just organized. Here's the shot of my room. I organized everything. I put art everywhere. I put like this wallpaper wasn't there. And you know how like the Coomer, the room always become nasty
Yeah,
and dirty. It's because they become stupider. Because your brain matter also goes into production of your semen. It takes 65 days for semen to mature. It takes all the nutrients. It takes the best nutrients you have in your body and puts it there. Calcium, zinc, all the vitamins, minerals, energy to produce that seed. It takes what's the best of you. So if you so the benefits are mental clarity, you become smarter, you become having more energy, you need less sleep. I sleep 6 hours a day. That's it in 24 hours. I go to bed 10 p.m. and I wake up at 4 a.m.
this is incredible, and this is something that every man knows intuitively that if you ejaculate, you have less energy. And it's so funny when I
It's
hear,
obvious. It's
yeah,
obvious.
it's so
But
funny when I
recently,
hear
like I'm on almost on 60 days now, I've noticed after 2 weeks muscle growth
muscle
with
growth.
minimum workout. I work out 5 minutes a day. That's it with some dumbbells. But I've noticed that I entered a stage when my body was really, really healing itself in my sleep. Like my muscles just grow with almost no workout. So then, this is my like recent research. I started thinking, wow, it makes sense because animals they're always retaining. Even if a gorilla is in the zoo, like in the jail, the gorilla is still strong. The muscles are still big. So what I think, you grow your muscles even without working out. Like if it's an animal in the zoo, it still grows big muscles. Buffalo just stands there or horse just stands there. Animals they don't work out.
Uh,
So I think your body starts to rebuild itself in your sleep. I wake up and I just feel damn like my muscles are growing and I feel it in my muscles.
I mean, it makes sense because
Yeah.
you know I've heard of other fitness people that are like, oh, it doesn't make a difference. It so does make a difference between look if you wake up or any time of the day, once you masturbate, that's it. You feel like you don't want to go and through the rest of the day. You're not gonna do 100 pull-ups. You're
Yeah.
gonna be up, but it's just you're gonna be sluggish. You're not
You
gonna have.
want to sleep.
Yeah,
What do
you
you
want to
want
sleep. You're
after
gonna be
after
sleep.
you have sex? You want to go to sleep because after your body lost this energy, lost nutritions, your semen it's nutritions, and you're able, when you retain, you're able to reabsorb them back into your body. After you lost that, you want to sleep, then you want to go to eat because your body is desperately trying to replenish those nutritions. So the frequent masturbators, they get fat.
Yeah.
If you masturbate, you want to sleep. If you sleep, then you want to eat. You eat a lot, you lazy. It's just like one after another. Negative impacts.
I've always said that when you ejaculate, you're releasing, if you're having sex, you're releasing the energy to the woman.
Yes,
You have out of energy, and then all of a sudden she has energy out of nowhere.
that's correct.
But
That's correct.
let's read some of these questions. Okay.
Sure.
El Padi is asking, why specifically 30 days? Well, you said
Um,
60 for the semen retention, but the 30 days, that I think she was talking about the fight.
Look,
I mean,
semen retention starts only after 60 days
60 days.
because from day 0 to day 60, it's a minimum for it to mature. There is nothing to retain. Your semen is not even matured. Like, so before 60 days, it's just no fap. But you can say that you start retaining something after you have it, like after it already matured. So you start with no fap and then you can say that you're retaining. And that's why I'm encouraging everyone to Google spermatogenesis and read the Wikipedia article, how it takes 65 to 75 days for your seed to mature. Okay, so but to the question, why 30 days? 30 days or like 21, 30 days, it's what like it's with everything.
It's
Like
like
any
that. Habit.
auto training, that's what they tell you.
Yeah.
That's your body. It becomes develops a new habit. Your body develops new habit. It's like you have to make yourself to let's say go for a run for 30 days. After it's easier for you to go for a run because you're used to it. But the 30 days, that's how much time it takes for you to notice anything, like to notice the benefits. And you will notice the benefits. Mental clarity, decreased sleep, increased strength and stamina. You will notice all those things. And at that time, around like after 20th days, your depression lifts. Because before that, you've been living in shame, you've been living in hell. Just looking at the porn and masturbating, while outside your window there are people living their life.
Right.
It's not natural for a human to look at pixels on the screen and at the same time pleasure yourself like a crazy.
That's like,
That's a behavior of a psychopath.
you're
And
right.
back in the day, in 1800s, people went to mental institutions because they're masturbated. They used to, yeah,
So you bring up a point, right? So I see it as it desensitizes you. So you no longer when you if you're a chronic masturbator and you're watching porn all day,
yeah.
just mentally when
You're
you
sick, yeah,
no, but when you approach a real woman,
yeah,
you're gonna be so used to the craziness of the porn that you're
oh
not
yeah,
gonna be able to perform, right?
yes. When you're doing that, and you see that like the Coomer doesn't even go outside. But if you go
Nobody
outside,
has that the
what
backyard.
happens? You see women, you imagine them naked.
Yeah.
Like happened to me like back in the day where like when I used to coom, I would just go outside to look at women. I would because of all the images I saw on the pornography, You just see them, they all walk around naked. Or like your mind just, it sickens the mind. It sickens the mind, and it takes a long time to recover from it.
Okay, so I have
It's,
here.
yeah,
So I feel like
PTFD. It's PTFD, post-traumatic fab disorder.
I gotta look that one
I
up.
just I came up with that today. No, I just took PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder,
Yeah,
and I changed it to post-traumatic fab disorder.
yeah.
When you're walking on the streets and after being traumatized by all the porn that you watched and self-raped yourself, you masturbating, you're raping yourself, you self-raped.
Yourself
So you
right.
develop PTFD, post-traumatic fab disorder.
So that's interesting, right? So there's a lot of fappers out there in the world, right? I feel like everybody fat one point in their life or another, right?
Yeah, a lot of fappers.
So and
But
you
with the
eat,
technology, it gotten worse. With the recent technology of high-speed internet,
yes.
it used to be you had to go to the store and get like Hustler or like Playboy magazine
I
and
remember.
still read, you know.
I remember when I was a kid. I'm 38 years
Yeah,
old, right? So I remember when I was a kid, you had to like sneak into like the store and watch a magazine real quick and then run out the store. But
yeah.
or you
But
had the
Playboy did not provide it the vividness of recent technology. People now like wearing VR glasses like with the porn model to make it as real as possible.
I mean,
That's not natural. And then they have the rubber doll inside. They wear the glasses and they feeling on the rubber doll in their room. That leads to depression because it's not natural. Because you took off the glasses, you alone in your room, you don't have a girlfriend, you don't have a wife, and if you continue to do that, you will never reproduce ever.
so you just
That's why it's tied to the population control, depopulation of humanity.
do you think that's the most important, I guess, thing about this that there's a big infertility issue in America and worldwide with men, and people think it's the food and the plastics, but is it really just that they have to practice semen retention?
Yes, how about immature sperm? Because if you fapped and 3 days later you impregnate your wife, you impregnated her with immature sperm. It did the 65 days didn't pass. That's why again I'll say it again, spermatogenesis, read the just Google it.
Uh, nah, I saw your video of you talking, doing the
Yeah.
stuff with it, and so
So if you so like you said miscarriages, it can lead to anything. If the sperm isn't ready, it's not mature, you know, uh, children are born weak, autistic, all kinds of disorders. Yeah. But
so
what's the next question? I feel like I'm talking too much.
nah, it's perfect. We're here to learn. All right, so
Yeah,
she says, what about if you're married? Should you practice semen retention? I guess.
of course.
Yeah, if you want a healthy semen,
Because
right?
if you want with your wife to have a healthy child, then you both should wait for 70 days until your seed is matured. And in the article, it said to leave a good like DNA imprint, you need to wait 120 days.
120 days.
Yeah, for the DNA imprint.
It's gonna
So
be
you properly transfer your DNA. Not only that, but you have to eat healthy. I would say quit drinking, quit smoking for 6 months and do semen retention before you want to conceive a child, and then your child will be healthy, smart, and strong.
all right. That's
Who knows that?
amazing.
People don't know about it. People don't know. Majority of people don't know about it.
Let me see. Okay, we have another question here. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. Let me see. 120 days is oh, no wait. But daily sex with your spouse is okay, right? No, it's not.
No,
Nah,
no, it's
I'll be
not.
honest with you. Like even if you do have like a healthy relationship with your wife or whatever sexual relationship, it's it's better to wait just to keep that tension. Like if you're releasing every day, the next day you're not gonna be able to perform. It's not gonna feel as well as if you wait. Now 120 days is a bit much, especially if you're living with
If you
someone.
want to conceive a child,
Yeah,
wouldn't you do it for your child?
yeah.
For
Then
the sake of your child, for your future, you can't wait for 120 days. Come on.
120 days, and then you will have to, I guess, have sex with her right there when she's ovulating in that 121st or
Yeah,
whatever.
you have to be smart about your child conception.
Yeah.
You guys have to be smart about it.
Uh,
But daily sex, I'm sorry, that's probably why divorces happen. Because with daily sex, a man will be drained. He he will be drained. He will be like falling asleep at his job, maybe losing his job
that's
because he's no longer motivated. He's no longer motivated to work. That's
that's the
why wives
true
are,
definition of a kuma, daily sex. Like that's
yeah, that so many divorces happen because like wife is surprised, oh, why is my husband now is always on the couch? He's not a go-getter that he used to be. Well, before he used to be a go-getter, he was motivated to get sex, so he would go and get things. But now you're giving him sex every day.
uh,
He just wants to be on the couch.
I've seen relationships that that once they're together, all of a sudden they stop working on each other, they start working out, and it's like, no, you have to keep on.
That's why even a smart wife would just sometimes reward her husband with sex,
Yeah, yeah,
like once a week or something.
yeah,
But if it also a controlling thing, like woman would control
yeah.
men with sex, but for their own good. But like if a couple both aware of semen retention, they would just hold on. But the semen retention good for both of them.
How,
Like Why don't we both retain so we can, you know, build our fortune together.
right, right.
She will be motivated, he will be motivated, and then they use it for work, like for building their estate, growing together. Like it's all about family, for the sake of their family. But daily sex, if they have daily sex, they're all gonna be tired,
Yeah.
him and she, you know.
This- All right. This is an amazing interview. I think we hit on everything pretty much. You've been very informative, and tell everybody where to follow you.
Oh yeah, sure. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's called High Frequency Vibrator.
I fix.
I'll type it out like in the chat.
All right, and definitely I'm gonna post this afterwards. You've been very gracious, answering every question, and I applaud you for being a person to bring this up, something that nobody wants to talk about, something that's very
That's the name of my YouTube channel. Yes, sir, please. Sorry I interrupted you.
high frequency vibrator. So I applaud the work you do. Keep it up. The memes are hilarious. And so if anybody wants to stop their sex addiction, so that should they reach out to you? And do you have a book, I think, on Instagram?
No, on my Instagram, like I give different people chance to promote. I did not write the book. It's not my book. So
Got
for a couple of days, I give people a chance to promote on my page for free.
got it, got it.
So I promoted the book, like now it's over, and like I promote Leap of Courage program.
One last question.
With that one, I actually like I'm an affiliate with the program,
Nice.
and if somebody's like sign up for it, then I get something.
Got it.
But I just want to say that I haven't made a dime yet with none of these people. I haven't made a dime yet because I think NoFap is not like a profitable business
Yeah, it's just like a
for
movement.
now.
We want to bring awareness.
Yeah, it's a movement to make a business out of it and try to sell something to people. Um, it has to be like who are gonna be the customers? The customers need help.
Yeah, they have to admit they need help.
It's just the people who really decided to change their life and help themselves, like for them to buy something like a course.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
This all this information is available for free,
Got
like on channels such as mine. But I just want you to beware because there are a lot of misleading nofap channels.
all
For
right.
example, this one guy said he made a video, my experience of doing 90 days of nofap. So he spoke about it and he said, yeah, and during these 90 days, I only relapsed 3 times. So
So like,
I'm like, what?
yeah,
And then there is another guy says that you should do no fap because his sex is just so much better. That's not the reason to do it. The reason is to
that makes
find your purpose. Find your purpose and to grow mentally, physically, and spiritually. It's not to get women. It's not because sex is so much better. And so, like, just want to stress that out.
all right. And very quickly, you speak
Yeah.
about cold showers. What are the benefits of that? Because I see in the fight
Oh,
clubs.
very interesting because there's a lot of misleading information, and a whole bunch of nofap channels say, "Oh, you should do cold showers to help you with your urges and to help you with nofap,"
Okay.
but they don't tell people how to do it properly. You don't just walk into a cold shower. Your reaction is just gonna be, "Ow, it hurts," like the water is cold. I read a book long time ago how to take cold showers. To take cold shower and to make it most wonderful, painless bliss experience is you start with the hot water. Then you stand there for like 2 minutes and you reduce water a little bit. So now it's warm. Slowly reduce a little bit less and you wait for your body to like get used to it very slowly, and then like after 15 minutes you you realize that you already reduced it to completely cold water, but you don't feel it.
I see. I've
No
done that.
pain.
Yeah, I've done
No
that.
pain. You have to do it slowly
Yeah,
and let your body adjust. Like all these other channels say, yeah, just put your water on super cold and walk in.
yeah.
Why do you have to suffer like that? It's very therapeutic to start hot and slowly then you realize, wow, I'm standing here and like I'm enjoying this nice cold water, refreshing, with no pain. So, yeah,
It's definitely. I've done that too. I hope it helps. I heard it helps your mitochondria and your body and all
it
this.
makes sense. It
So,
feels really good. Yeah,
so I forgot. Oh, are you on Clubhouse? That app?
Clubhouse. What is
Yeah,
that?
it's an audio app. I'm gonna send you an invite. Actually,
Sure.
it's a kind of app that it's voice. So you could tell people about the no fat movement, and it's really only iPhones have it so far. But I think next year
Oh,
it's gonna come out with Android. Yeah, yeah.
okay. I have Android now.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
we'll see what we can do. But definitely, this has been interesting, insightful, entertaining, and I've learned a few things. I want to thank everybody that's joined this live chat. do you want to say the last words?
Um, Last words.
No fap for life.
No fap for life. And I just wish everyone to find themselves and find their purpose. Get on your purpose
Yeah,
and don't just do it for yourself, because we are all one as humanity. Humanity is suffering greatly. This information, it's almost like only the chosen people get to find it out. I would say not like what 95 people are like, cumin now. 95% of people.
all right.
Only chosen few. So we have to yeah, do it for yourself and do it for others. You're not alone. I want to say that you're not alone.
You're not alone.
You're
Stop
not.
fapping. Get your purpose in life straight and be about that, right? Stop cooming your
Yes,
life.
sir.
Stop cooming your
Yes.
life away. All right, man. Thank you
All
very much.
right.
See
Thank
you
you very
next time.
much.
This has been great. All right.
Peace.
Bye.
Peace.